Okay, so for those of you guys who are just possibly just tuning in, the holidays are over. Well, Christmas is over. New Year's obviously is not yet. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right back into more ads, guys. Sorry. Jump right back into the homesteading videos here. And this one is sawing logs to build the barn on a very tight budget. And this one is out of the Homestead Barns section. So here we go. Back to our normal homesteading videos here. Sawing logs to build a barn on a tight budget. We had quite the busy weekend around here. It started out on Friday when we had to go out for some errands. And this is, I can't really show it. Light behind me is reflecting off from it, so can't really show it very well. Anyway, while we were gone, two loose dogs attacked our chickens. Thank goodness my mom was home and stopped them before they did more damage. They ran off, and one of the dogs had a chicken in its mouth. They had also maimed another chicken so badly that we had to put it out of its misery when we got home.
Oh.
I haven't seen the dogs since, but we are keeping the chickens in their runs for a while just in case. Then we lost our guinea this last weekend. At first we thought it was to a wild animal, but now we believe it was these dogs. And we have not lost any other livestock to wild animals in the past. If you have dogs, please secure them on your property and don't let them run loose and terrorize your neighbors and their animals. I'm sad to have lost my chickens, but I'm very grateful it wasn't my children that were attacked instead of the chickens. Okay, end of PSA. On to happier things. We had a busy Saturday preparing the homestead to cut the lumber for Gertie's barn. We finished the day out on a great note by going over to milk Gertie. Obviously, their cow. Or their goat, one of the two. I need to work on building up my hand strength and milking speed before she comes home. Poor girl. She is so patient to stand for me while I slowly milk her. I know it won't take too long and my hands will be strong and I will be fast. It's just the process of getting to that point that isn't the most fun. Sunday afternoon was spent sawing logs. No, not naps all around. Literally sawing logs. We are cutting as much of the lumber for Gertie's barn as we can. My cousin, whose field we are using, has some woods on her property and we are able to cut some nice pine logs. We were ever so thankful that Tanya's husband, David, offered to bring his tractor over to drag the logs out of the woods. If Derek had to do it with his truck, it would have taken us hours to finish. It really pays to have good homesteady friends. And they made a log stand for sawing out the boards. Before going to cut the trees, Derek constructed a stand to set the logs on for sawing out the boards with his Alaskan chainsaw mill. In times past, he has sawn them while they were laying on the ground. This worked, but was hard on his back and knees and took longer because of the awkward position. The stand will enable him to stand up while cutting, which will save him from some aches and pain, as well as expedite the process. After he finished this portion of the project, we went out into the woods and selected several trees that were nice and straight and would give us a good amount of boards. Once we picked our winners, Derek got to work cutting. He is not a professional logger, but he has spent many years cutting firewood and using chainsaws. He has even had chainsaw safety courses through his employer over the years. I do not suggest that anyone go out into the woods and start sawing trees. It can be very dangerous if you are not experienced. Safety first. Derek used a technique that David, who is a professional logger, taught him called bore cutting or plunge cutting. He cut a wedge notch in the front of the tree, the direction he wanted it to fall, then drove the saw straight through the center of the tree, cutting the heart out and leaving a tab of sorts at the back. He then came from behind the tree and cut the tab, and the tree goes falling to the ground. Timber. This method keeps the logs from splitting up through the tree and ruining the would-be boards. Watching someone cut trees is fun, but it is also quite nerve-wracking. All went well, and we have most of the lumber we need for the barn. We did have to purchase the support posts because we want to be sure they won't rot since the bottoms of them will be planted in the ground. Derek should be able to cut everything else for the barn. Getting Gertie is so exciting and is starting to feel real instead of like a dream. Things are happening around here to get ready for her and it is all coming alive. We will get it all done before I know it, I'll be the happy little milkmaid running my little home dairy to feed my family. Here they are, beautiful logs to saw beautiful boards to build a beautiful barn for a beautiful cow. So, this one basically is it helps to know people. And we kind of have the same situation. Like, we have a few people who do know how to use a chainsaw that's willing to go up on the property to help us out when it comes to cutting the logs for our cabin. So, I know I've never cut down a tree, so I want to make sure that, as I said, safety first, and that's important. So, anyway, obviously, I'll keep you guys updated on that. Okay, so on that note, actually, for our property, there is a possibility. I've got to figure out what days I have off this next week. There is a possibility that I might be able, to get to the property this next week. I don't know when exactly yet, but our friend Leanne wants to take me up there so her and I can try to figure out, sorry, my hair is funky. Can try to figure out, what part we can sell her an acre off from so she can put her a little cabin or a little building or something up there. So, anyway. But I'll let you guys know on that, obviously, and I will make sure I have my new phone with me so I can do a video. If I had my old one. If I tried to use my old one, I wouldn't be able to. So anyway, but I will definitely let you guys know on that. And if you're new to the channel, we are Faith First Farm and Homestead. We have 12.53 acres down here in Oklahoma. We moved down here a little over a year ago. This is our second holiday season down here. And we do not live on the property yet. Our goal is to be on the property by this spring to be able to start building our garden beds and our off-grid cabin and that kind of thing. Our goal is to be completely self-sufficient. If you go to our live tab on our channel and click on the video called Faith First is Going Live, in that video I explain pretty much everything about our plans for the property, our animals that we're going to get, our gardens, our fruit orchards, fruit bushes, that kind of thing, our outbuildings, what we're going to put where, pretty much how we're going to do things. Oh, I'm sorry guys, I'm tired. But I pretty much go through and explain all of that on the live video. So go ahead and pull that up and watch it, and don't forget to click the subscribe. From now on, there is always a quick subscribe. on the end screen of my videos. And don't forget to hit the notification bell and to click all, so you get all the notifications. And I do upload a lot. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer because my daughter does video editing and she does the intros for the videos. So I have to have her put the intros on them. And I have quite a few. I'm so sorry, you guys. I am so tired. Anyway, so I'm gonna try to finish getting those done and get them uploaded definitely tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna get it done tonight or not, but we'll see. Anyway, but I'm gonna get off from here and get the title on this video, and as soon as she can, I will get her to put the intros on the videos. Right now, she's working on a video edit of her own. And we're going to try to look into a video editing job for her. So if you guys have any ideas, please let me know. Because we need to try to figure out if we can at least get her get her on temporary disability, because she has a bad sciatica issue. And so we're gonna see if we can get her on temporary disability. But anyway, I will get this uploaded as soon as possible, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.